Couple things to know about mowing. First of all, the blade turns in a clockwise direction, so you need to mow the lawn in a clockwise direction so that you're not kicking debris out into the path. So you'll end up with a clean path if you go clockwise. Secondly, have the front wheels slightly higher than the back wheels so that you're kind of like a motorboat. It will be better for cutting the grass, and the bag will not choke as much. Okay, and those are the settings there. On this wheel I have it in setting number 1, 2, 3, 3 above the bottom, and this one here I have it at 2 above the bottom. So check your oil. You only need to do that every 10 times. Should look like honey, not like tar. Gas her up. Then spray the underside with WD-40 and make it pretty wet. Get the blade too, that nice new sharp blade. There we go. Think of it as like a wok, and you want to season your wok so the vegetables don't stick. Alright, let's get started. Okay, this is a self-propelled mower, which means once it gets going the front wheels will be turning and taking most of the tension. Now that's also its Achilles heel, because those front wheels wear out the fastest. That's the fastest thing to wear out on the machine, and they cost $90 to replace 2 of them. So it's good to give it a little bit of forward pressure with your hands to try and keep the stress off those front wheels. Secondly, you need to prime it, and down here there's a priming button, and it says 3 times there. So press it 3 times. Then take your top bar, compress it, that gets the gas flowing. Okay, then compress the bottom bar and the front wheels will start rolling. There they go. Alright, so we did 1 lap. Now the next lap will overlap by a couple inches, something like that. Okay, so you're sure to have overlap and no humps in between. You can see how shorter that is. You can see the line between the 2 layers. It's a good inch shorter, maybe 2 inches in places. The bag, it's not even a quarter full. Now you'll see as I go along, I kick the bag like this. If you kick the bag, you can tell how full it is by the weight of your foot. That's not heavy. Okay, so let's continue. In the bottom bar here, front wheels move, go. Overlap. Okay, second lap done. Now, if this were a rectangular lawn, I would interchange straight cuts with diagonal cuts on the opposite direction. The reason you would do that is the grass likes to be pulled in different directions. If it's always pulled the same direction, it tends to mat over and get tangled in itself. So it's a good dethatching technique to go this way, then this way, then this way. But because this is such a complicated shape lawn, I just go around in circles until I get to the middle. Every single week. Sorry, every 2 weeks. Let your lawn grow as long as you possibly can before it becomes unsightly. Then cut it. That will shade out a lot of weeds and give each grass plant more strength. Bigger roots down below. Alright. And we have a bag of clippings here. Now, when you feed your lawn, all the food goes down into the roots and then comes back out through the tips. So this is great fertilizer. Also, it kills weeds. So we're going to put it underneath these bamboo. Like, they need more fertilizing. They're already gone crazy. But also there's a beautiful snowball bush here that blooms in May. So we'll give that some food. Under here, we've got some ferns. I know, ferns are beautiful, but they're also a weed around here. So we leave them in a pile there and then cover them with grass clippings. Spread it out. It'll prevent weeds from growing here for a long time. And turns brown super fast because it has the highest surface to volume ratio of any plant. It breaks down the fastest into compost. So breaks down fast, kills all the weeds, and feeds the larger bush above it. Very useful. Here's our blower, shoulder strap, so you don't get tired. And here's our leaves. Battery died with this much to go. I think that's probably for the best. Hey, Mr. Crow, no worms here. Time to charge the battery.